Hi everyone, I'm Stitched by Kendall, but you can just call me Kendall, and welcome back to my Flosstube. This is episode number 4. Thank you so much for being here. If you're brand new, welcome, glad you could join us. If you're coming back, thank you for coming back. I really appreciate the support. So happy you guys are here. I have a lot to show you today. So I have been to 2 in-person stitch events since the last time we talked. I have 2 finishes, and then I have some updates on my designing process as well. So without further ado, let's get into it. So first off, before we get into the finishes, I want to talk about the stitch events I've been to because the one finished happened at the stitch event, so it's kind of like a little segue into it. So first, the first one I went to was a big in-person, kind of like a one-day retreat thing out in a city about an hour away from me. It was me, Sarah from Pocket Mama Shop, Lindsay from Maybe Stitching, and Abby from Pansy Stitches, as well as a couple others that are local stitchers who I hadn't met before this event. Call ourselves the GTA Stitch Gals. So we all met together and went to that. It was like, it was really fun. It was a good way to kind of dip my toe into what an actual retreat is like. They had like the stitching tables, they had vendors, they had door prizes. I didn't win any, whatever. But it was a lot of fun. It's just like a day full of stitching and meeting other people. Saw lots of cool projects. I bought a lot of stuff there too, my poor wallet. It wasn't as bad as it could have been though. Like the one table with all the fabrics that I kept eyeing ended up putting all their stuff away towards the end, and I'm really glad they did because I was about to go buy like a $72 piece of fabric. So I'm happy with what I purchased. It was just enough to kind of like fill the fix of like I need some stitchy stuff. But the event in whole was really fun, and the next one is next month in November. It's kind of like their big Christmassy one. Apparently it's like the big one. I don't know if I'll be attending it. I don't know what my schedule's looking like. I know like a lot of the other GTA girls aren't going, so like I don't know if I want to take the GO train all the way out there by myself, and I mean it could be fun. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see when it comes around to it. Getting there was like a nightmare too, but like so worth it. The GO train was down past a certain stop, and then my stop was in that section of not being accessed, so I had to get Lindsay to pick me up, and like by the time I got on the train, the one that I was supposed to take didn't come. So I got on a random train that I thought was the same one, just delayed, but it was a different one that didn't make all the stops I needed. So Lindsay and I had to coordinate to pick me up somewhere else. Thank God for Lindsay, she's a sweetheart. We made it work, but it was a nightmare, but very worth it. I had a lot of fun, and I'm really excited to be able to attend the next one. The second stitch event I attended was actually just last Thursday, a couple days ago. It was me, Sarah, and her sister. There was a stitch night at a local bar like within my city, which never happens. So it's just kind of like you come, you order a drink or two, you stitch along with people. It was really cute. It was very small. Just gonna get my embarrassing screensaver off there. But yeah, it was really cute, very small. There was like us and one other table. They were knitting, we were stitching. It started off with the lighting being like passable, but then as the night progressed, the lighting was bad. It was horrible. I had to put it away, especially I was working on my Tacopi piece, which is, as you know, like a dark purple. I could not see a thing. My eyes were straining. No matter what way I angled it, I couldn't see the fabric. Like I tried to use my flashlight, but I wasn't gonna sit there on a bar with my like phone flashlight and try to stitch. Like that's weird. So I ended up kind of putting it away towards the end. Like the bar I've never been to that bar. It was very cute. Like I came back and told my boyfriend like we need to go there for a date night. But like for stitching, I don't know. I don't know if this was like their first one ever. Maybe they'll kind of like realize, hey, people can't do crafts in a dark bar. But like we'll see. When the next one comes around, I might attend it again just to see what the vibe is again. Maybe if they've improved it, cool. If not, oh well, we tried. At least there was something local for me, and I don't have to travel at least an hour out of town for once, which was very nice. It was still fun hanging out with Sarah and her sister though. We got some stitching done, not much, mostly just chatted, but it's always a good time to hang out with other stitchers. Love them. I also forgot, I went to Harvest Moon Hangout, the online Lindy Stitches retreat. It was really fun. It wasn't, I didn't feel like it was as like populated as Midsummer Stitch was. I felt like a lot of the stitching tables I went into were pretty empty. I did like get to hang out with a bunch of people that I knew from Instagram that I hadn't actually like met in person before. Met some new people as well. It was really fun still. I only got to do this Saturday because my weekend was super busy. Had a bunch of family stuff. But it was still a good time. Like hanging out with, like I said, hanging out with stitchers is always a good time. I'm always into it. But I didn't get to do any of the like crafts or anything. I only got to attend 2 of the what are they called? The virtual panel things. They were still good. Like one was the Stitch Crypt, who like I love her designs. So I was happy to attend that one. Other than that, it was a good one day. I got some stitching done, which kind of leads us into my first finish, because I wanted something easy to work on while I'm there, because like if I'm distracted and talking to people, I'm gonna fuck up, especially if I'm working on linen. So I decided to bust out my Homage to Sleep token piece by Noctiflora Designs, and I didn't get the finish there, but I got some work on it. And then like, you know me, I'm so monogamous. Like once I start something, I'm like on it. Like I like to finish things. So first I was naughty and like cheated a little bit on Takagi, but that's okay. So once I started working on my sleep token piece, I kept working on it until I finished it. And I actually took it to the in-person one-day retreat thing, and I finished it there. So I got to go up and ring the bell and like show it off in front of the room, and my social anxiety was screaming at me, but it was lots of fun. Thank you, Lindsay, for coming up and helping me with that. I was nervous. She had to finish too, so we both went up together and rang the bell. But yeah, without further ado, here is my first non-monogamous finish. Da da da! She's beautiful. I'll throw up some pictures of her. So on the pattern, there's usually another butterfly right here. I decided not to include that just to make it like a bit easier to center in a frame. I didn't think it needed it like for what I like. So I decided to omit that. Other than that, everything is called for DMC, stitched on an 18 count oatmeal Aida. I don't have the brand because it was just a random, you didn't see it pop out, it's okay. It was just a random bag of Aida that I was gifted. It's like very old. It kind of smelled like coffee when I took it out, so I don't know where this has been. So let's talk about my finishing process for this one. It just gets messier and messier every time I finish something. So I did put this on, like I have a sticky foam board thing. This. So like one side is sticky, and you peel this off, you peel this part off and it's sticky. And then this is just like regular foam. So I cut that out to size. Got this frame from the dollar store. Actually, I originally purchased this frame. I thought the gold would look gorgeous with this, kind of go along with the theme. But it didn't fit. Like it's a 4x6 frame. This, by the pattern size, fits in a 4x6. But there's too much of an overhang with the front frame, so it was like overlapping the pattern. So I was like, oh shoot, I gotta go get another one. Went and got this one. It looked like it would have less overhang. It had the same amount of overhang, so I decided to just stick with this one. And what I did was these little metal tabs, I pushed them back, and then this on the thing, I like hot glued it around here. I don't care. And just I'm putting it in the frame backwards. Because I'll show you from the front. It doesn't look good. You can see, oh, focus please. So you can see it goes over the leaves on the side and a bit on the top too. It could possibly even be my horrible centering skills. We're not going to talk about those either. So I'm putting this in the frame backwards, and then when I get my lazy butt around to it, I'm gonna hot glue it in. I love a hot glue moment. And then It fits perfectly. There's some like staples up in the corners, but I might just paint over them, or I was even thinking of like getting some cheap like fake vines or something from the dollar store and kind of like doing something. I don't know. I'll figure it out, but I'm leaning towards just painting it at the moment. I would have loved to do that with the gold one, but the gold is only on the one side and it would look not great with the back of this because it's got more staples and stuff. So this is what I'm going with. At least you can see the whole pattern. I don't care. This is just for my personal collection because I don't have, even though Sleep Token is like my second favorite band, I don't have a lot of Sleep Token memorabilia. I have like 2 shirts and that's it. So it'll be nice to have like a little homage to one of my favorite bands that I can like look at all day when I put it up there. So my first non-monogamous finish in a while. Yay. And now I have finished my next self-drafted pattern. And by the time this video is up, it will be available on my Etsy as well. So without further ado, this is, oh, I don't need that right now. This is my self-drafted pattern dedicated to Takapi's Original Sin, the anime. This is to you in 2025. Here she is. I'll throw up some pictures as well throughout this to get a better vision of that, because I don't know if that's focusing at all. It's too far away, I can't see. But here he is. I'm so happy. I'm so happy with how this turned out. I made some last minute design choices like at like 11 p.m. last night. My boyfriend was playing a game and I was just sitting here stitching. So, and I added a little bit more back stitching here, and then down here, throw up a picture of it because this is very far away. I wrote P because he always says P at the end of his sentences. So I just did a little back stitch P in red so it's not like super in your face and kind of like blends in a little bit. But this turned out beautifully. I'm so happy with this. I know that the cross section of people who like this anime and who cross stitch is probably gonna be so small, but I don't care because I really like the anime. I really like my design, and that's all I go for when I design something. I don't care if it makes 0 sales. I have a couple patterns on my thing that have never made a sale. I don't care. I design stuff for me, and if other people like it, cool. Love that for you too. But yeah, I put all my love and adoration for something into my patterns, and I really hope that comes through in the patterns. I hope you guys can see that like all this is like with so much care and love for the thing I'm paying homage to, because that's really what I try to get across. Is just like, this is something I love. Here's a little celebration of it. If you like it too, cool. I love it. I don't care. He's gorgeous, and he will be available on my Etsy store for purchase. I think I'm gonna finish this one in a hoop. I made it kind of circular to do that. I might paint the hoop pink, I'm thinking, kind of similar to these guys where I painted the hoops. I think I would like to do like a pink one, maybe like pink, maybe embellish it with some sparkles on the side too, because like the whole theme of the anime is like pink, sparkly, happy, even though it's like the most depressing thing in the world. So I might do that. We'll see. I will be posting pictures on my Instagram when I finally get it finished. This is also stitched on a 28 count Lugana in the color Elizabeth. I will not be mentioning the dyers company because they posted some stuff on their Facebook that I don't agree with, and I don't want to give them any more business. So it's a 28 count Lugana. Gorgeous color though. It's a shame. So yeah, this is my first time stitching on Lugana too. I had a great time. Like once I got it, I loved it. I love the way the stitches look on it. I think it just looks cleaner than Ada. Like I do love Ada for the more classic kind of, I feel like when it's on Ada, it looks more like classic cross stitchy. Like you can tell like it's X's and stuff. Like, but this looks just like, whoa, how'd you print that on there almost kind of thing. That could just be me, I don't know, but I really liked it. Once I figured out how to get a flow going, it got faster and faster. The only thing is, because I stitched 2 over 2, So doing the back stitching over 2 was a nightmare. I think my boyfriend was a little afraid because I was doing it while I was sitting here, and I was getting angry, just trying to figure out how to do it. I think I figured it out by the end. Like, so if it's 2 squares over, I'm instead counting like 4 holes. That's kind of how I'm making it make sense in my brain, because like I was just trying to do it by like, okay, this is square, this is square. I was not getting it. So that's how I'm gonna be doing my back stitching. But yeah, that is Taco P, and I hope you love him as much as I do. Everyone say, I love you, Taco P. I love you, Taco P. I'm sorry. So with that, my next project that I'm going to be working on is actually going to be part of this haul I'm about to show you from the in-person mini retreat that I went to with all my friends. So we'll do the haul, which will go into my next project. So we'll start with a little thing. So I got myself these little cloth holders. They're super cute, because like, as you can see with Taco P, like I didn't cut the fabric. I was going crazy just like holding the all the excess fabric at the top. So I got these. They're a little expensive for what they are. Could have probably got them cheaper on Amazon, but like, support your local businesses. They're super cute too. They've got a little heart and a hoop on there. So very like cross stitchy, and then it acts as a needle minder too for me. Like I never use my needle minders anymore. It's just like an extra thing. So like having this already on there, like I just pop it on there. It's really good. These are very handy. I love them. Very good purchase, worth the $25. And then, is that all I got? Yeah, that's all I got except for like my next project. So I bought my first ever physical pattern. I've always been a PDF girly, so this is big for me. When we got there to the retreat, there was a table for the Tiny Modernist, and they had some of the like model pieces showing, and the model for this pattern was there, and I was immediately just staring at it. I was like, oh my god, that's gorgeous. This is it. Oh, the lighting. This is the pattern I got. This is Palm Reading by the Tiny Modernist. I hope you can see that. There we go. So yeah, they had the actual model there, and I couldn't take my eyes off of it. This is like so me. Even Sarah was like, oh my god, this has Kendall written all over it. I was like, it does. So I am so excited to do this. I've never done a physical pattern. I tried to find it online to just buy the PDF instead, because I'd never seen this pattern before. I couldn't find it. I don't know if it's like a Patreon or something. I have no idea. But so I had to get the physical, and that's okay. We're all for trying new things. I just tried Lugana. I'm gonna try physical pattern now. That's how you grow as a person, as a stitcher. You try new things. This one has a lot of back stitching as well. I'm a little scared after my experience with Taco P. So we'll see. I've also never done like a mostly monochrome piece. Like obviously there's some white, but it is mostly black. There's a little bit of green in here, I believe. So it's like a simpler piece in that regard. So I'm excited to try it. Like there is a lot of back stitching actually now that I'm looking at this. Oh my god, help me. So this is gonna be my next project, and I'm very, very excited for it. And then I also, if you're starting a new project, you need a piece of fabric to do it on. So I went and bought myself a nice new piece of fabric. Let me unfold it because then you get the whole picture. This. Look at how beautiful this is. All blues, purplies. It looks a bit more blue on camera than it does in person. This is a 28 count Lugana in the color Aurora by, I believe it's, hand dyed by Rolanda. She had a table there. All of her fabrics were gorgeous. I had to stop myself. But I bought this one for this piece. I wanted to try and find a red like that for it because red's my favorite color. I was like, that's beautiful, like the evil spooky vibes of that. Would have loved that. But the only red they had was on a linen, and I'm a little too scared to try linen still. Just the unevenness of it scares me. I like even weave and Lugana. It's like, you know, you're gonna get like a nice crisp piece at the end. One day I will venture out, but right now let me get used to Lugana and even weaves, and then I will try it. But so I couldn't find a red. I almost did a dark purple again, but I was like, I almost just did it on Chocopi on that Elizabeth color, because I think that would look really pretty too, and just change the colors to be like, maybe switch it to like a white instead. I think that would have looked cool. Instead of all like the black for the main color, do that as white and then do some switcheroos. But I was like, what if I like don't have enough fabric or whatever? And then I saw this one. I was like, this would be gorgeous. So my plan, me and Lindsay mapped this out while we were there to make sure it works, is to do it on this side with the green. So I'm gonna have it start down here. It's gonna be like this, that way. So the green's gonna kind of sit with all of this moon in the bottom of the hand and be like a gradient up. I think it's gonna look really cool. It's still giving the spooky witchy vibes, just not the evil spooky witchy vibes. It's more of like a classic witchy vibe. So I still mess with that. I'm still into it. So that is going to be the next thing I'm working on. I'm really, really excited. I might start it like right after this too. No, I'm not. I'm gonna go upload Chocopi. Never mind. I'm gonna start it probably tomorrow while I'm watching. Today's Sunday. No, I don't know. I'm gonna start it eventually. Soon. So look forward to, I'll be posting my process or my progress on this one on my Instagram. So like you can keep track with me if you'd like to. And that's it for haul. So normally I would be starting on a next self-drafted right after, but I don't even have my next self-drafted drafted. I have ideas. Like I said, I wanted to do like a Hunter piece, and I have it partially drawn, but I don't have it fully drawn. Like I know what I want it to be. It's just I'm having issues with wanting to design. Like, don't get me wrong, I love designing. Like, it's so fun to put your ideas to fabric and like make it all come alive. And I have a bunch of ideas for like non-fandom themed ones too. Like I have a Mothman one in my head that I really want to do, and then I have like a Christmas penguin one that I want to do too. I have like a very rough little drawing of them both. But the thing is, if you don't know, I do everything on my phone. I draw on my pattern tracking app, and that's where I make all my patterns. Like I draw them with my finger on my phone. My phone screen's only like that big. So I'm getting a little tired of, I have to like zoom in, zoom out, because it's such a small screen. I'm using my finger, so I can't get the lines like exactly where I want them. And it's really frustrating when I can see it in my head, but like the technology capabilities, like my instruments are not like optimal. So I'm just a little worn out on designing right now. I really want an iPad or a tablet of some sort, preferably an iPad, because the app I use is only compatible with Apple. So I really want an iPad so that I have more space. I can get a pencil or like what are they called? Like a thing, you know, the pens, whatever, stylus. And get a stylus and like actually draw instead of like finger painting, because it's not the easiest, and it's taking me probably like at least two times as long to design something because of that. And like I've been recommended Floss Cross on, it's like a web one, and like I like it, but the issue is that I have to be at home on my computer for it, and I'm not someone who is going to like carve out time in my day to be like, this is designing time. I'm someone who, when inspiration strikes, when I'm in the mood, that's when I design. Like I design a lot on my bus rides home, because I have like 40-minute bus rides every day to work. Or if I'm sitting on the couch and I'm like, oh, I know how to make this look cool, let me just open the app and do it. I can't do that if I'm like not at my computer. So I'm struggling a lot. I'm gonna still like chip away at the design whenever I feel like it. It's just gonna be slower, and I want to make sure because I'm so frustrated. Like, I know that I'm not gonna give my best work because I'm like frustrated and angry all the time when I'm designing. I'm like, oh my god, why can't I have this to make this easier? And I would never want to release anything that I'm not 100% happy with. I'm not someone who designs and sells just to make money or like just to pump out stuff. Like, everything I make, like I said earlier, is a labor of love. And if I'm not in love with it, why would I give it out to the world? Like, if I don't love it, why would I expect you guys to love it? So that's why I'm going to do this tiny modernist piece, a little break, and still chip away at my Hunter x Hunter piece in the meantime whenever I can. Like, I don't think I've touched it in like 4 weeks, I'll be honest with you. It's been a long time. Hopefully I can save up, find a cheap iPad somewhere or something. But yeah, that's where I'm at with my designing process. I'm in a little bit of a rut, but we will get out of here. We will make it out, and that's okay. Everyone goes through ruts. Everything will be fine. So in the future, you will get another self-drafted. Right now, I'm going to work on the tiny modernist piece for now. So what's next for me? I don't have any in-person stitch things lined up. I know the Jingle Ball for Lindy Stitches is coming up. I don't know if I'll be attending that just because I don't know my schedule that far out yet. I would love to, because apparently this is like the big one, so that'd be really fun to attend. If I can, I 100% will be there, but I will be posting about if I'll be attending that closer to, probably. Even if I can only do one day, like, I'll take one day. I don't have any other in-person ones as of right now. That'll change, I'm sure. I know Stitch North is coming up, and I've been very, very on the fence about if I'm going to attend that, just because it's so pricey. I'm leaning more towards going to it. It's so much money, but like, I really enjoy the stitching community. I have a great time when I'm out and meeting new people stitching. I think it's brought me out of my shell a little bit more, which, like, good Lord, I needed that. Like, everyone I've met has been so lovely. It's such a nice community, so uplifting, supportive, and creative, and just, I love being around them. So I would love to be able to attend like that on a large scale. I think that would be a really good experience. I'm leaning towards going. I haven't made a purchase yet. If I do, it'll be the second one, not this one in October. I don't remember when the other one is. It's later, next year, 2026. So yeah, I'll be still thinking on that. We'll see. Everyone's pushing me to go. I really want to. It's just, yeah, budget. It's like $400 to go sit in a room and stitch, which, like, I think it's priceless, but I also have bills and to be a responsible adult. So we'll see. I will let y'all know. Other than that, though, that is all I have going on this time around. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you would like to check out any patterns I have available for sale, including my new Takapi piece, you can find them on my Etsy as X Stitched by Kendall. My Instagram is the same handle, X Stitched by Kendall. You can find, I'll just post like my work in progresses and like what I'm doing day to day on there. You can kind of keep up with me there. Feel free to subscribe and give me a like and whatever if you like the video and want to see more. If you have anything else you would also like to see in the future, please let me know in the comments down below. I would love to take some suggestions and give the people what they're asking for. But yeah, other than that, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!